Chapter 2: Dragon Sightings. A gentle breeze blew through the village in the Riverlands, carrying whispers of fear and unease. The villagers had gathered in the town square to discuss the recent rumors of Drogon's return. They shared stories of destruction, burnt fields, and dragon sightings, each tale more frightening than the last. The news was spreading throughout the realm like wildfire, and it wasn't long before word reached King's Landing. In the Red Keep, Tyrion Lannister, the Hand of the King, was poring over a map of Westeros when a messenger brought him the unsettling news. His brow furrowed in concern as he considered the potential consequences of a dragon's presence in the realm. Unable to ignore the growing threat, he decided to send scouts to investigate the sightings and report back with any information they could gather. Far to the north, in Winterfell, Sansa Stark received word of the dragon sightings. As the Queen in the north, she was keenly aware of the potential danger a dragon posed to her people. She summoned her advisors and held a council meeting to address the issue. It was decided that they would send a raven to Jon Snow at the Wall, urging him to remain vigilant for any news from beyond the Wall that might be connected to Drogon's return. Meanwhile, Arya Stark and her crew faced treacherous waters as they sailed towards the mysterious island. The seas were rough, and their journey was fraught with danger, but Arya's leadership skills were a beacon of hope for her crew. She guided them through the violent storm, her unyielding determination and courage earning her the respect and loyalty of her shipmates. As they drew closer to the island, the crew was filled with anticipation, wondering what secrets and treasures they might uncover on this uncharted land. Back in King's Landing, Tyrion sought counsel from King Bran Stark. They discussed the implications of Drogon's return, and Bran revealed that he was unable to locate the dragon through his green sight. The inability of the three-eyed raven to find Drogon only served to deepen the mystery and increase their concern. Both Tyrion and Bran agreed that they would need to keep a close eye on the Lannister loyalists, who might try to use the dragon sightings to their advantage. In the lush, fertile lands of the Reach, the Lannister loyalists from earlier met with several powerful lords and knights who were unhappy with King Bran's rule. They gathered in the shadows, conspiring to use the chaos created by the dragon sightings to their advantage. They rallied their forces in secret, working together to sow dissent and unrest throughout the southern kingdoms. As their ranks grew, the Lannister loyalists began to plan their next moves, intent on undermining Bran's rule and returning the Iron Throne to their own house. Jon Snow, accompanied by a small group of Night's Watch brothers and free folk, ventured deeper into the haunted forest. The biting cold and eerie silence were a constant reminder of the unknown threats that lurked in the icy wilderness. They followed the clues that had led them there, searching for any sign of the mysterious creatures rumored to haunt the forest. As they continued their investigation, they stumbled upon an ancient cave hidden beneath the roots of a towering weirwood tree. The entrance was narrow, barely large enough for a man to squeeze through, but they pressed on, their torches casting flickering shadows on the walls. Inside the cave, they found strange carvings that hinted at an unknown threat that had been dormant for centuries. The suspense mounted as they studied the markings, wondering if this new menace was somehow connected to the return of Drogon. Back in the Riverlands, Tyrion's scouts were following the trail of burnt fields and frightened villagers in their search for Drogon. They questioned locals, piecing together a clearer picture of the dragon's movements. The scouts were diligent and thorough, knowing that the safety of the realm might depend on the information they gathered. At the mysterious island, Arya and her crew finally made landfall. The island was like nothing they had ever seen before, a wild, untamed land filled with dense forests, towering mountains, and hidden valleys. They began to explore, uncovering strange flora and fauna that seemed to defy explanation. As they delved deeper into the island, they discovered the remnants of a long-lost civilization, their once magnificent structures now reduced to crumbling ruins. The more they learned about the island, the more it seemed as though it held secrets that could change the course of history. Back in King's Landing, the council struggled with the growing unrest caused by the Lannister loyalists and the dragon sightings. They knew they had to act quickly to maintain control and prevent the realm from descending into chaos. Tyrion continued to search for information on the Loyalist conspiracy, determined to protect the fragile peace that King Bran had tried to establish. He sent out spies and informants, hoping to learn more about the Loyalists' plans and their connection to the dragon sightings. As the tension in the realm continued to rise, the council received unexpected news. A delegation from the Iron Islands had arrived in King's Landing, bearing an offer of alliance. The Ironborn had been largely absent from the events of the past few years, but now they saw an opportunity to gain favor with the king by offering their support in the face of the dragon threat. The council debated the wisdom of accepting the Ironborn's offer, knowing that an alliance with them could come with its own set of challenges and risks. Up at the wall, Jon Snow and his companions studied the ancient carvings in the cave, searching for any clue that might explain the mysterious creatures and their connection to Drogon. They discovered a hidden chamber deep within the cave, filled with the remains of a long-forgotten battle. The bones were twisted and shattered, the walls scorched by an immense heat that hinted at a dragon's presence. As they pieced together the fragments of the past, they began to realize that they might be facing an enemy far more dangerous than they had ever imagined. As the story continues to unfold, the characters find themselves caught up in a web of intrigue, danger, and uncertain alliances. The return of Drogon has cast a shadow over the realm, and the once fragile peace is now on the brink of collapse. In the north, Jon Snow and his companions face an unknown enemy, while in the south, the Lannister loyalists plot their rebellion. In King's Landing, the council wrestles with difficult decisions and shifting loyalties, and on the mysterious island, Arya Stark finds herself at the heart of an ancient mystery. The stage is set for a season of suspense, drama, and the ever-present specter of war.